Hello, everyone. Melanie here with CGL Recruiting. Okay, this is a big one. Do not, do not use LinkedIn's career break feature. I'm going to set a hard line in cement saying do not use this feature. We found something out as we were testing something with some job seekers on a different thing, which was the industry codes on LinkedIn. And somebody said, hey, why is this happening in my profile in LinkedIn Recruiter? Complete mess. You have to know, do not use LinkedIn's career break. Let's walk into this and explain why. Okay, for those of you that may not be aware of what this is, LinkedIn actually released a it was a year ago now, a big thing on, hey, it's time to rewrite the narrative on career breaks. And we're going to give you this new functionality. And I do appreciate the thought behind all of this, but there is such a massive fatal flaw on this. It is unreal. And it's been well over a year. So this came out in February 2022. And it has great information in here about this career break feature, that you can now add this to your profile. And when you're doing it, it has great things in here too of say that, 46% of hiring managers believe candidates with career breaks are an untapped talent pool. 51% say they are more likely to contact a candidate that provides context by doing this kind of career break on your profile. So, hey, LinkedIn goes out and launches a tool in order for you to do this. Well, it sounds all good, but I'm going to show you why it's not. Let me pull up actually my profile. When we were testing this, and again, this all came up. I'm so thankful for you job seekers. Whenever I want to test something on LinkedIn to try and give you guys the best advice possible, and I ask for volunteers, I get a ton of volunteers. And like recently when we were testing the industry codes, man, I got 10 volunteers in about less than 5 minutes who were willing to jump on a go-to meeting with me so we could test through some things. And that's where this was found. So thank you to those individuals who volunteered. And if you're ever interested in volunteering for one of these things in the future, go out and connect with me or follow me or CGL Recruiting on LinkedIn. We always post it out there when we're looking for people to do it. And subscribe here, of course, as well. Okay, so on my profile, I went ahead and I added a career break using LinkedIn's career break feature. And let me show you even how you can do that. It's really simple. They made it really, really nice. So when you're under your experience section, excuse me, if you go over to this plus sign here and you click it, you see how you can add a career break. And when you add it, it gives you a drop-down list. You can't add just anything, but it gives you a drop-down list of different types of career breaks you can do. You can do career transition, family parenting, personal goal pursuit, whatever you want. Once you choose one, then the next thing you do is the location. It's not required, but you can fill it out. You say if you're currently on that break or not, and then you do the start date. If you're not currently on it, it has an end date. And then you hit save and it adds it to your profile. And let me show you where I actually went through and did this as I was testing things. I actually, for the birth of my second child, took, a couple months off. And I listed that as a career break. And you can see it right here. See this now, full-time parenting. I did this as I was testing this feature, which is why my profile always looks weird because I'm always testing different things in there, which is why it has these weird things in here, because I was trying to make sure that I could test against it. So you can easily see full-time parenting. Here's my career break. And you can see it on my LinkedIn profile, except you cannot see this on my profile when you go into LinkedIn Recruiter, LinkedIn Talent Solutions. That was the whole point of doing this career break, was so that people who are recruiting companies and stuff could see this information. 51% more likely to contact you if they can see it. Well, they can't see it. Let me show you on my profile right here. If I click on my name, and again, this is in LinkedIn Recruiter, and I go down to this section, it's missing. See how it goes from Green Tweed up to New Park? Now, again, look over on my profile, and you see New Park, and when I go down to Green Tweed, you see it in between there. It does not show on LinkedIn Recruiter. I just find that unbelievable that it doesn't show on LinkedIn Recruiter. Okay, so that's my first concern, that it doesn't show. Well, then I started thinking, okay, if it doesn't show, the data is out there, but it's not showing on Talent Recruiter. Can you search by that data? And that's where all those weird things are in my profile under that section, because I was trying to say, if I put something under there, like let's say I took a break to work on getting 4 more certifications, and I put those certifications underneath that area. Like, for example, let's say, let me go back to where it is. I worked on Python or SolidWorks. These do not appear anywhere else on my profile, these words. So I went into then LinkedIn Talent Solutions, and you can see me here, right? Let me close this so you can, hold on. So it should, if I, since it's on my profile, if I enter in SolidWorks, it should show. And it doesn't. What just happened is I fell out of the search. So using this career break feature and putting any data in there, it's completely hidden from recruiters and talent solutions. Well, I couldn't believe it when I saw it. And when the more I was testing it, so I tried to say, okay, is there more information? And there is information way back when they launched this, back in 2000, what was it, March, April 2022. So it's been well over a year that they're looking at being able to do this. Let me see if I can show you this. On some of the launching documents that they sent this out, this was another launch that came out from the VP of Global Talent Acquisition at LinkedIn. Again, this is March 2022. As I'm recording this right now, we're in July of 2023, talking about how exciting this is. And in here, there is a statement that says they look forward to having this be available. The new feature make it easier for candidates and recruiters to have open conversations about this. And it does have information here as well, talking about how this will be available. Career Breaks will help recruiters more easily identify the talented professionals and will be available for us in the future. Well, it's not. And I did test this more than one way. So I also had Maureen from our team enter a career break onto her profile. And in her profile, she did it a little bit different. She did it in one of her positions, because you do have that option to link it to a job. Because I wanted to make sure if you were falling out of the search, you were falling out of the search everywhere. So she entered it underneath HP. And exactly the same thing with her. When I go through, whether you did it the way I did the career break or did the other career break, if I enter in that word, in this case, we put Apple underneath hers to see, she falls out of the search. Not okay. All right. Now, you know, I'm not going to leave you hanging like this. There is a workaround. There is a way to show this information to companies and recruiters. There is a way for them to still pull up that data, but it's not using this career breaks feature. So I'm going to take a minute now and I'm going to walk you through how to do this. So let me go back to my profile and I'm going to show you how we did it. Let me show you this. There we go. Okay, so you can see that this career break is not visible. If you go further down in my profile, I added another one a different way, and that is right here. See this career break from August 95 for 2 months? If I go over to my recruiter, and let me clear this out. Hold with me one sec. There it is. Okay, and I pull up my profile. On this one, you can actually see it. See it right here? That career break I can see. And you see how I have different words under here? AutoCAD, Salesforce Dynamics. Well, if I enter one of those in the keywords, like AutoCAD, boom, I still come up in the search. That's the way to add a career break. Not using LinkedIn's career break feature. Do not use it. So let me show you how I added in this career break. Let's go back to my profile. I'm going to take you to the top level. Okay, so when you're in, let me go back one more so I can show you. When you come down to your experience section, come on, Melanie, there we go. And you go to this little plus sign, instead of adding a career break, add a position. Add a position. And in this case, I'm going to call this position career break. And this is a free form. You can put whatever you want here and it's okay. The employment type, it's not required. You can just leave it blank. And then your company name, I went out here and just put career break. Don't have to put location. You don't have to put location type. I'm going to take off. I am not currently working in that role. These are the times that I took this career break. Now, you don't have to put month. You can choose to put just year if you want. But just to show you, I'm going to go ahead and put this. Let's say I did it from January to May of 2023, right? And I don't even, if I don't want to call this career break, I can call this something else, like career break or, full-time parenting, if I would rather do that. Whatever I want to do, I can call that anything that I want to do, right? In this case, I'm just calling it career break. Okay, so I've entered all this data in. And now in this description, anything that I enter into this description is going to be keyword searchable. So let's say if during this time that I took this year, 2 months, whatever it is, this career break, I can put in here other things that I did to try and help with, my certifications, my education, just keeping current with my skills and abilities. Like, let's say I took physics certification. I'm entering that one because I know it's not on my profile currently. Then I can go down and click save. And you're going to see this add to my profile. Anybody who's on LinkedIn right now is just looking at my profile is going to be like, Melanie, what are you doing again to your profile? You see how it added it right here, physics career break and then physics certification. If I now go over to LinkedIn Recruiter and I enter in, okay, I'm looking for somebody that has the following skills and I'm looking for somebody with physics. You see how I still came up in the search? I still came up in the search. That is what we want to do. That is, I really believe LinkedIn had their best intentions on doing this, and I applaud them for giving people the ability to recognize that they may have taken a break for full-time parenting, or they may have taken a break for bereavement leave, or just taken a break because they just needed a mental health break or whatever, and give them a chance to communicate that to companies and recruiters, and to feel like it's okay to not have to work every single day from the time you're eligible to the time you retire, right? You can take breaks in there. It's easier for us if we communicate and know what they are, but they just didn't go all the way. They didn't make it so anything in there is searchable, or so that I can even see that you went to the trouble of creating a break and putting information and data in there for me. Now, I know some of you are going to say, but it's on my profile. Don't recruiters look at my regular profile? No, honestly, they don't. If we're in LinkedIn Recruiter and we're working in Talent Finder, whatever, to look at profiles and searching, we get so much data in there. We're not having to go back out and look at your regular profile because the data is all in there. So there's no reason to be going out and looking at the other. Even more concerning is it doesn't come up in any of the searches. You know how I hate when you fall out of searches. So please do not use the career break feature that LinkedIn is offering. Do it the way that we showed you instead. I know there's going to be questions on this one. I appreciate every comment that you guys put. We do our best to answer each and every one. If you haven't subscribed yet, please take a minute to do that now. Please take a minute to share our videos with other job seekers that you know are suffering, trying to get through this job search. It's hard on everybody. All right. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.